NOLA Gent here at the Loveless Cafe. Yeah!
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. In this episode, we are in Nashville, Tennessee at the Loveless Cafe for our food review, and all of you are invited to eat with me for our restaurant review videos of this Southern food famous restaurant that is very popular in the area. The Loveless Cafe and Motel. In 1951, Lon and Annie Loveless began serving fried chicken, biscuits, and jams at picnic tables to hungry travelers from Highway 100, then the main road between Nashville and Memphis. They soon converted their 4-room home into a restaurant, added the 14-room Loveless Motel, a smokehouse, and the iconic neon sign. Known for scratch-made Southern meals using recipes passed down by Lon and Annie, the Loveless Cafe remains a staple that welcomes over 500,000 guests each year. The Loveless Cafe could be the poster child of a Southern food documentary and serves some famous restaurant food in the Nashville, Tennessee area. The Loveless Cafe is one of the biggest famous restaurant food cafes in the area, noted for their biscuits, which many a famous eating show has featured, as we all want to be famous eating food like they do in the famous food eating videos, and the NOLA Gent is nearly world famous eating food for our food review work and our famous food eating videos. It would be fun to become world famous eating food like the biscuits here at the Loveless Cafe. I used to stop in here pretty often when I was a child growing up, and it still looks just the same. This place is a tourist trap in a lot of ways, but it still has some charm to it. This is much more than just a cafe, as it was also a motel in the past that has since turned all of those motel buildings into different shops and art displays, along with a big old barn in the back they use for different events. Now, my last several visits, not all of the satellite stores have seemed to be open. This visit is during the COVID-19 times, and my visit before that was before the COVID-19 pandemic. So it is kind of inconsistent which of these outer buildings are open and which are closed. So some of these seem to be open, like the restrooms. That's always a good place to know about. And then this building here has been open every visit that I've made recently. So the Shimai Gallery has been open, so they do offer some interesting things in there. And they do specialize in a lot of contemporary craft and artwork. So that is a nice little shop to stop in and shop at. Now we're going to walk towards the big event barn back here. And they already are telling us to come back soon. But first, we've got to get up to the barn. They have a whole lot more parking here in the back, so there is no shortage of parking in this compound. This is a huge facility that they've got out here at the Loveless Cafe. It's a lot more than just the cafe. So this big barn right here is an event center where they have all kinds of different things that go on and happen. I've never been here when any event has been occurring, but you can rent this as a event venue for various types of party celebrations, meetings, and all such types of events. For smaller numbers of people, they also have the Harpeth room that you can rent. So let's go take a look around and see what we can see here and see if we can get a look inside. Okay, so that door is locked. We'll walk around and go around to see if we can see anything on the side. There's some big windows on the side. I think we can look in over here. Okay, so definitely here are some windows. We'll try to peek through and see if we can get the camera to pick up what I can see. So there is a little glare and reflection on the windows, so we'll have to get kind of close in so the camera can peer inside and take a look around so all of you out there can see what I'm seeing. So it looks like a really nice space inside. Definitely a huge amount of space, so you could do all types of things in there. So you can always add that to your list of nice event venues in Nashville. So that's one of the larger ones that I would imagine is in the area that's available pretty often, because usually some of those big event spaces are hard to book sometimes, depending if you're not throwing a huge concert that's booked a ways in advance. Some of the larger spaces stay booked up in Music City of Nashville. So straight ahead here is a nice little area with some picnic tables and cornhole. It actually has several cornhole games set up all around on the grounds here of the Loveless Cafe. So you've got lots of entertaining things to engage in addition to eating and shopping here. They really do have some beautiful and well-kept grounds here, and the combination of the buildings and the natural environment really meld together well to create a very wonderful environment here. So there's another one of the outlying businesses here. We have the Loveless Outfitters Gifts and Apparel, and it's right next to the smokehouse here. That's the side of the smokehouse, and another cornhole game is also right next to it. So we also have a little photo opportunity here that I'm taking advantage of. I hope you like my outfit there. Hey, I used to have some overalls. I like them. So the apparel and accessories place is open, and they do have some interesting stuff in there, so you might want to check that out when you're in the area. So you have a lot to do here before you eat or after you eat, and there is a long wait to get in today with the COVID-19 situation and the social distancing requirements. And now we're walking back around to where we were before when we were walking up to the barn, just so you can see all the space here and see all of these other buildings they have right here. And then we're gonna go back where we were across from the smokehouse, and we're to the right of the Loveless Cafe, and they have another shop right here. And this is their biggest gift shop that I know about. So this gift shop here has probably the most items, where they have snacks and treats here at Loveless Hams and Jams Country Market. So there are all manner of things inside of here, and I think this is pretty much their main gift store for the things that they offer, mostly to the tourist trade. So you're gonna find something in here that would probably make most folks happy, as they have food items, t-shirts, and all sorts of other various knickknacks and things that you never knew you were gonna need, or somebody else might think they need. So definitely can take some time to look around in here at all manner of things. And a lot of this stuff, I don't even know what it is and what it's for. So there are all sorts of artwork, decorations, sauces, hats, and all manner of things related to not just the Loveless Cafe, but the South in general, and all sorts of various other things that are all over the place here. So you can find all manner of things here that are pretty unique in some ways, but then in the area of Tennessee, they have a lot of pretty interesting gift shops. Now, one thing I didn't see in here that seems to be very common in many other places in Tennessee is fudge. So they are lacking a fudge shop in here. That's one of the lacking things that most other tourist venues in Tennessee seem to have, is a lot of fudge. As far as I know, I didn't see any fudge here, but they could have some hidden that I just didn't see. There's so much stuff in here, it's kind of hard to find anything. Now, they do have their smoked meat selection here, which a lot of other gift shops don't have. So you can run out of here with some actual edible and decent food to take home with you. Some canned goods over here, some more kitchen accessory items, artwork items. Looks like there's whole hams hanging up even in here, and some drinks finally. And that's the checkout counter there with the big screens up for the COVID-19 times. And we're right here on the very corner, and we're gonna walk back outside again because I think it's almost time for us to get lunch. I think the line is getting to the point where we can go, but one last adventure before we eat is there's this path that leads up, and I'm not sure what's up here. I don't see any other people parking, but it looks like this is another large parking area that's unpaved. It has gravel on it, so it looks like you can park up here too, just in case the other lots are full. And then there's a little pathway that leads up to a secret area up here. I don't know if this is some more secret access area for the Loveless Cafe or a totally private area that we're not supposed to be in. I don't know if they rent these, if they're connected to Loveless or totally independent, but it is an interesting area. Now we're back at the smokehouse, and now we're going to check out their great barbecue tips. And then look around the parking lot, see what the line is, how everything's doing here in front of the Loveless Cafe. There's some people lingering in the front waiting still. And we're going to go check in with the hostess with the mostest and see if we are able to get in now. And they do have space available finally for us, so let's go on inside and check it out. So when you walk in, you immediately see what a really interesting place it is inside. They have lots of history, photographs, artwork, all sorts of interesting things in every room all over the place. And it's way bigger inside than you would think from looking out on the outside. They have a little patio right there where you can sit outside on that area also. So let's get our seats, and I'm gonna, I just ran to the bathroom. This is the bathroom area with more pictures in this area. So I'm washing my hands before I go back and dig into some food. And I'm walking back to my table, and you can just kind of take a look at some of the other rooms and areas around here. This is the first room we walked into here on our way in. That was the entrance right there that we came in. And then all these other dining rooms, and then we're in this big dining room right here that has so much artwork on the walls. They really made a pretty beautiful room in here with the woodwork and all the artwork. It really does stand out and look really pretty, and it's like Doctor Who Time Lord technology. Is much bigger on the inside than the outside from the appearance, even after walking on the exterior. Our biscuits are here, and they are famous for their biscuits, so let's dig in and see how they taste today. Alright, here's a big fluffy one. I'm gonna start with this one. Yes! So they have the jelly in these little cups, and in the past they just had jelly in little packets, so I'm not quite sure how much more sanitary it is in these little cups as opposed to the sealed plastic packages. So that was an interesting choice for them to make, to put jelly in cups like this. It has to be really labor intensive. So I guess maybe that's a rule or something from Nashville. I don't know, but then the butter, it's melted already, and it just squirts on out, for this pad at least. I'm not sure why you can have individual pads of butter, but not individual packets of jelly. Very unusual, but maybe it's some unique Nashville rule. Alright, well, that melted butter really got it going perfectly, so this biscuit is ready to go. I think it's perfectly coated in jelly and butter to the maximum. Let's sample it. Okay, so it is a good biscuit, and let's dig in and get another one and put a different flavored jelly on here. Okay, wow, they've really taken a lot of time to fill up all these little containers. Okay, I think that's full jelly complement. Now, this butter did not melt. So this one I've got to spread a little bit. Will not be able to get the maximum melted butter deliciousness on it until I scrape it off here and get it onto the biscuit. Now the biscuit's heat should melt it down a little more, so there we go. And it's perfectly ready to go. And let's launch this biscuit. of deliciousness into my awaiting jaws. Here we go. Ha ha! Success. Alright, good biscuit with the good jelly butter combo optimized. Very nice. Then I got the omelet. So let's see how this turns out. The omelet cheese does not look melted on here though. I'm going to put a little hot sauce on here. Get it ready for consumption, and let's dig in. Inside is not holding together too well. Structural integrity is failing, and it failed. The cheese completely not melted. It is all unmelted cheese inside. It actually is really cold inside of here. This is just a lot of salsa dumped inside of it, and it's cold. I've never had an omelet that was cold like this before. This is not the most appetizing thing I've ever eaten, I have to say, but I am starving, so I will take it down. But the omelet is definitely cold, ice cold, as in this omelet, I think, just had salsa straight from the refrigerator poured inside, and it is refrigerator cold, and the cheese did not melt. If you like your omelets hot and your cheese melted, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, because it really does help me, and it would warm my now frozen cold heart from this omelet. Okay, we finished that meal, and the total was $12.87 before tip. And I paid, and now as we're heading out, it's good to take one last look around this room here and see all these really interesting pictures. So it's good to take a moment to look at some of the history. And then as we turn to head on outside, there's still a little more to see outside before we leave. So it's good to see the different perspective of coming in and going back out again as we look around. And here we are heading outside the door. And giving a last glance to the cafe neon sign in the distance. And then there's another photo opportunity. I hope you like my band I'm with today, as I've got a little live music. So my last visit here, I got the steak and eggs, but the steak had far too much gristle in it. It was just a poor cut of meat that was not enjoyable to eat. During this visit, my omelet was the worst omelet I've ever had, as the interior of it was very cold. None of the cheese had even melted inside of it, so it was just not very appetizing. So I have been really disappointed in my main entrees from my past two visits, which is pretty concerning. Now, this place certainly provides a lot of Disney level ambiance, and while you can find some better southern food at other places, this spot is still worthy of a visit just to experience the grounds, and the biscuits are good. But there are better biscuits to be had these days in Nashville. The staff and the service have always been friendly and attentive with plenty of southern hospitality. They just need to work a little bit on the quality and preparation of the food. So at this point, with 2 in a row bad experiences with my entrees, I would not order an entree, but I would eat the biscuits, and I would return to enjoy the grounds.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.